Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're in our comfy, cozy PJs because that is something I've also loved this year, was having matching PJs that are meant for bedtime. Yeah, so this one's probably gonna be a little bit of a rambler, a little bit long, because we're talking about things that just made me feel good in 2020. Lifestyle favorites, self-care, stuff that just made me feel good. And it's a little bit random, a little all over the place. We're going to talk about TV, YouTube, home fragrances, bath time stuff that I've loved, just all that sort of thing in one video, and chat a little bit about 2020. So yeah, go ahead, grab you a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and a snack. Settle in, because we're going to be here for just a little while. And let's go ahead and just get into this video. It's gonna be a mess. I'm just gonna warn you now. I don't know how this is gonna come out because I'm rambling today. And looky here, okay, this wants to be in the video. If you haven't met her already, this is Pumpkin. She is a little dapple dachshund that came into my life 5 years ago. Is still the best part of my day. She's just my little world here, and she has definitely been a big helper in 2020. Just been a source of entertainment and delight right here. Oh. Anyway, she wanted to come say hello for the video because she knew she was going to be featured in it. Do you want to talk about all the good products? Do you have some yearly favorites? Your heated blanket, that's one of them. Oh, your new blanket that you have in the bed, that's another favorite. All your toys you got for Christmas. I think she really likes my sweater. You sweet thing. Anyway, let's get into this video. I've got a cup of tea today, actually, instead of coffee, but hey ho. This one's probably gonna be a little bit of a long one. I'm warning you now because I have a lot I wanted to talk about. I got notes. Girl, I got notes right here. Anyway, I just want to be comfy and cozy for this video and talk about some of the things that made me feel comfy and cozy throughout 2020. First thing on my little notebook list here was making coffee with my French press and my little milk frother. I loved it. That changed my coffee game this year. I invested in an electric kettle, and that was just a game changer. It boils the water so fast, and it's made just making coffee such a nice little ritual when I get up in the morning. It's a lot quicker. It's easier than boiling it on the stove. I've had it with fancy coffee makers. They all break on me. I'm done with them. No more Keurigs, no more Ninjas, no fancy coffee makers. I'm sticking to my French press because it can't let me down, and I can always boil some water somehow. I feel like it's just one of those ways that has helped me start my day on the right foot. I just find it kind of a nice, relaxing, calming thing to start the day with. That's one of my favorite things, is having a morning routine. Getting up in the morning, like specifically getting up like at 4 or 5 a.m. That is my peak favorite thing to do. I'm so productive. Those are my best days. Our daytime normal person schedule and not live like a vampire has made a huge difference in my mental health this year. It helps me stay sane. I need the routine. I need that structure, or else I spiral. Having that little bit of a routine with making the coffee in the morning has really been something nice. It makes me feel good. A lot of the stuff, I don't know why it makes me feel good. It just does. But I know having routines make me feel good, and I know being awake in the morning and doing stuff makes me feel good. Something else that made me feel really good this year was doing the home series, which I will be continuing into 2021 as I just do things around the house. I've really enjoyed doing that series. I started doing that, I think, in March last year, and it was before I really started like helping out at the leather shop or anything, and I was in person and I was just at home, and it was right when they started having lockdown here. There was a lot of stuff going on in my world at the time that was very stressful, and I needed something productive. I needed somewhere to focus my energies aside from just doing makeup, because I couldn't always just sit and do makeup. I needed something outside of that could keep me focused and distract me basically, and help me almost go into like a nice meditative state of organizing. And I feel like the act of decluttering and getting rid of stuff just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're letting go of negativity and crappy stuff, and also kind of gives me personally a sense of control makes me feel good about what I'm doing and feel like I'm doing something productive, and just it helps my brain. It helps me cope with stuff when I'm feeling really depressed or anxious. Mostly anxious. It's really something that helped with that, and turning it into the home series, showing you how I declutter and organize and clean and whatever, gave it a new, more incentive, a more exciting element, made it more fun to do because I was sharing it with y'all and showing you, just normal, everyday kind of boring stuff. But I personally love watching declutter videos and cleaning videos and home videos. They are something I enjoy to watch. So I was like, let's try creating it. And it was something new I've never done before, and I enjoyed doing that series so much. So I would definitely be continuing it into the new year. Later on, I started working every day at the leather shop helping make face masks, and I learned to sew and I learned to work with leather, and that was also really, really nice and constructive, and it gave me structure and kind of a routine and just something to channel energy into that was somewhat creative, but also very relaxing. Sewing is incredibly relaxing while incredibly frustrating at times. I really enjoyed that, and it definitely gave me something to think about and focus on instead of worrying and stewing and letting anxiety control my life this year. Truly enjoy doing was just learning new skills, branching out in ways that I could during this year, like finding new ways to expand hobbies and things I enjoyed, aside from just going out and shopping and eating out and stuff, like finding things to make me happy at home. I was not a homebody before. I was somebody who liked going out and going somewhere every day. I was never somebody who liked to stay home. And I've actually found a love of being home and having projects and things to do here. And it's made me feel really good and helped. Helped a lot, immensely. And a small kind of sillier thing to talk about that ties into the pandemic is fancy hand soaps. I never put much thought into hand soap before. Like, I would just buy the gigantic soft soap. Didn't really care what fragrance it was, whatever. But we were buying a lot more hand soap this year because we were washing our hands like twice as much as normal. I ended up getting some soaps from Bath & Body Works. I was never one to want to spend money on Bath & Body Works. But anyways, I found some other soaps that are more affordable since then that I think are right on par with Bath & Body Works. But all that to say that I have enjoyed and appreciated nicer hand soaps. It's made the act of washing your hands more enjoyable and rather than a chore. Because I always feel like, I gotta wash my hands now, this and this. Now it's like, ooh, I get to wash my hands and smell that nice soap. And it's just something so small and so silly that has made me enjoy just a small little everyday act a little bit more and made it more enjoyable. So yeah, one of my favorites this year is just fancy, nice smelling hand soaps. I think a lot of us might have found a love of that too this year. Speaking of washing and cleansing and that sort of thing, bath time. I am a huge fan of a hot bath. I just enjoy a hot bath in the evening. It makes me sleepy. It helps me relax. It helps my joints relax because I do have arthritis, so I'm usually kind of achy, especially towards the evening. And a hot bath has been one of those things I look forward to. Added some stuff to my bath time to make it a little more special. One of my favorite things I've added was the Rituals of Sakura. This is from the brand Rituals. This is their Celebrate Each Day body scrub. This is just such a nice little body scrub. I've never been big into body scrubs, but yeah, I got sent this one and have been using it. And it just made my arms feel really smooth. I have the bumpy goose flesh, whatever they call it, on my arms. And this has really helped get rid of that. And it's moisturizing and oily and just makes your skin feel so good. So this was something I just really enjoyed incorporating, and it smells absolutely beautiful. And along with their matching body wash, I love. These are actually quite affordable, but they are available at Sephora, but they're not expensive. That's why I wanted to also mention the Rituals brand. They are beautiful products and they don't cost an arm and a leg at all. They're about the same price as buying stuff at Target. I really liked kind of adding in some new things. I've never been into body scrubs that much or into body lotions. Honestly, I used to not really like lotion that much, and this year I've kind of gotten into lotion as well. The Rituals of Sakura. This is their body cream, their Magic Touch body cream. I have enjoyed the hell out of this. It smells delightful. It was one of those very whipped, heavy type of butter products. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's sweet, kind of cherry blossom type of smell. A lotion that I enjoy the fragrance of and the feel of on my skin, and One more little lotion I have enjoyed this year was the Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro. Oof, I love this fragrance. But yeah, I've just really kind of gotten into body care, creams and stuff because I have the time to do it now. It makes me feel good. It was just something I never took the time before to do. The Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom Salt Melatonin Sleep Soak with essential oil blends. I love this. I find it so relaxing. It makes my muscles feel nice and relaxed. And I don't think the melatonin in it really does anything, but the essentials smell good and they're relaxing. And if it's got the word melatonin in it, I'm gonna like it because I like melatonin a lot. I am somebody who has a lot of trouble sleeping because anxiety. I ruminate, I stew, and so anything that's like relaxing is right up my alley. That Epsom salt has been fantastic. I put that in my bath while I drink a cup of melatonin sleepy time tea. This is the Bigelow Benefits chamomile lavender herbal tea. Is this not the one that melatonin? Oh, I have another one that has melatonin in it, but I like any type of relaxation lavender chamomile type of tea in the evening. It's another one of those rituals, like starting the day with the coffee is ending the day with the hot bath, the melatonin or the sleepy time tea of some sort. I have one that has melatonin and is called extra sleepy time tea. You know, either or of those teas, the Epsom salt, nice bath products, you know, lighting a candle in there in the bathroom that smells nice, and just really taking that time for myself to just decompress and relax and not worry. I also take melatonin gummies. Not every night, but on nights I feel like I need it, you know? So, because it helps me stay on my day schedule and having the routine. Like, that's just been such a benefit, really, was the routine. But speaking of baths, one of my favorite things to do while I'm in the bath is watch YouTube and watch some of my favorite creators here on the platform and watch Netflix. Like, I enjoyed like watching The Crown, Great British Baking Show, The Witcher I really liked, Selling Sunset was something I enjoyed this year, Hannibal, Mr. Robot, Altered Carbon. I rewatched Altered Carbon this year and just really enjoyed that. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, loved it. Schitt's Creek, Riverdale. I watched a lot of content this year, but those were some that stood out to me and I really enjoyed. And a lot of times I watched them while I was in the bath. I watched them while I'm in here between filming bits. One of my favorite things though was watching a couple of YouTubers before bed or in the bath, and that was royalty soaps. I think I've mentioned this before. I've done a look inspired by royalty soaps by one of Katie Carson's soaps. In fact, I love Katie Carson so much. And do I have interest in making soap? Am I gonna make soap? Hell no, I'm not gonna make soap. But I love the shit out of watching her make soap. I don't know why. It's relaxing, it's funny, it just makes me happy. Just something about her personality, and it makes me feel good and I enjoy watching it. I actually will save her videos up for nighttime to watch before bed, especially on days that I'm feeling a little extra anxious. Like if I'm feeling okay, I'll like watch something else and save her videos for those times when I know I'm gonna need them, kind of thing. And the same with nail career education. Do I have any interest in nail art? Not at all. I'm not a nail artist. Not good at it. No interest in doing it. I don't like having acrylic nails that much even. But I love watching Susie do nails. Her personality is just so lovely and so sweet, and I love her back and forth with cameraman, and I love just seeing her create anything. Like, I mean, I'll watch her video on how to file acrylic nails. Like, do I need that knowledge? No, I don't. But I love watching it, and it makes me feel good. A couple other creators I've really enjoyed this year was Leanne Says. I've watched her for a million years. Something about this year, watching her journey, the fertility journey, and her vlogs and everything else, just I've enjoyed it immensely, and I just love her so much. And I've looked forward to her videos every week. Someone else, Taylor Wynn. Absolutely enjoyed her videos so much this year. I loved her moving vlog. I loved watching her do her makeup and her reviews. Just everything about her style, her aesthetic, I absolutely love. To me, she's one of my biggest like inspiration type of content creators as far as her work ethic and her skill. Like, and I just love her so much. And she's goals to me. That leads me into a nighttime skincare routine and having one I've stuck to this year. That's been another thing that has just made such a huge difference to me, and just having that routine and taking that time for myself this year, making myself feel good. Self-care. I don't know, just having these little routines has just been something that's been very fulfilling this year for me. And I love skincare anyway, so if you want to see all my skincare favorites, I'll link them in the eye. But just all of that together, the skincare and the bath time ritual and the videos and the candle, the tea, the bath soak has all just been something really lovely that I've enjoyed immensely this year and looked forward to almost every evening. Another thing, books. Girl, I read so much. That is one of the only things that helps me go to sleep. What I do is I watch a YouTube video or two while my melatonin kicks in good, and if I don't fall asleep within those videos, I read. And I read books on Amazon Kindle on my phone. I turn the brightness down super low, and that just usually knocks me out, like, because it just helps my brain just focus on something. Could I name a single book I loved this year enough to talk about it? No, because I've read that many. I don't even remember what I've read. I've read so many. I read them to fall asleep. But the genre I like the most is cyberpunk and sci-fi. Something else I've loved this year was really getting into editing video. That has been such a wonderful creative outlet for me that has just added to my love of makeup and all of this and doing YouTube. YouTube really has been a fantastic part this year because it's also given me structure. It's given me something to work towards, to do, like purpose basically. And as silly as it sounds, sitting here making YouTube videos, that's been such a big part of my life this year. But it has. I needed that hobby, that creative outlet, and not just the doing the makeup side of it, but the editing side of it. Getting Adobe Premiere has been so fun. It's unlocked just like creativity and fun for me, and I've really enjoyed the editing side of things this year so much. And troubleshooting, days when I was so mad at something and it was so frustrating, couldn't get something to work, and then figuring it out is such a good feeling. I've had so much fun learning to edit and trying to push myself to edit better with every video that comes along. I try to progress and try to improve and not stay stuck in one style, one like a rut with it, and always try out new techniques and things while still having my style that is consistent throughout. But that's just been a really fun thing, and I rebranded all my stuff this year. I enjoyed the hell out of doing that. That was so fun. I had just like this huge creative burst and rebranded all my content and went for a little bit more of a spooky vibe or a little more gothy vibe that suits me better, and incorporated bees in because I absolutely love bees. I've always had bees somewhere within my content and on my website, but finding a way to make that fit with the darker aesthetic has been awesome. Trying to keep it a minimalist goth kind of glam aesthetic. It's been a little bit of a challenge to kind of put all those things together, and I think I did it this year with my logos and everything. I'm really proud of those, and that was something I really loved doing this year. And creating music, I didn't listen to like a whole lot of music this year. I take spells of music. I find music is, as I've said before, my inspiration a lot of times for makeup looks and stuff. But a few musicians and bands I've enjoyed this year have been The Weeknd. I really liked his new album a lot. Really enjoyed it. I'm not like a big fan of pop music that much. It had that retro wave vibe in there, kind of like Gunship and synthwave. I like that. So that's what I really enjoyed his album this year. And then of course we move over into my usual type of music I listen to, which would be like Chelsea Wolfe. I think I mentioned her, my last year's favorite. That continued throughout this year, listening to her albums, new and old. Fields of Nephilim, I kind of rediscovered them this year. Like, it's a band I've always loved since I was a teenager, but sometimes you don't listen to a band for a while and then you go back and listen to them and you're like, and it was a very comforting thing to listen to. It's a little bit darker. It was kind of diving into those darker emotions and feelings and honoring those, and then listening to the music that kind of will correlate with darker times because I have a lot of memories and things attached to that band. Swallow the Sun was another band I really enjoyed this year. Again, a little bit darker vibe, inspired makeup looks for me. I don't know. That leads me to another little thought of something else I really kind of learned this year was to honor those darker feelings. Let yourself feel those things and then let them go. Journey through it and come out on the other side. It's hard and it's not linear. Things will hit you at really bizarre times. There's, usually kind of I have a cycle with like anxiety. Anxiety is my biggest issue, but it can spiral into depression and go to a darker place. And I also have a lot of like panic disorder issues. I don't like talking about mental health a whole lot, but mental health was something that it was at the forefront this year, I think, for a lot of people, because it was a hard year. And I think letting myself feel those feelings for a couple of days and then just saying, okay, that's enough. We need to do things to make ourselves feel better, find something to focus on, and stop myself from wallowing. And that's just something that works for me personally, and doesn't always work. It's not foolproof. There is no scientific method to this. It's just day by day. Like, I've had some really bad days this year, days that I've spent in bed crying, and then some days that I have felt fantastic. And I try to strive for the days that I feel good and do the things that I know help me get to that place. That's one thing I focused on this year, and not let myself fall. It was a very complex year that had a lot of emotions and there was no breaks. There was no time without something going on. It was a very stressful year. And that's what I'm trying throughout this year. Has been a journey of finding ways to deal with stress and deal with the anxiety and turn it into something that makes me feel good, makes me feel productive. And that's what I've been working on. And I hope to continue that journey in 2021, and hopefully things are better, and I'm better in 2021, basically. Okay, that was too deep, and enough of that. One last thing that I actually enjoyed this year, though, was home fragrance. Go ahead and throw that in there too, because it's the little things like that, to me, that make life just a little bit better. Treating yourself, buying a nice candle. Not something I would ever do before. This year I was kind of like, let's buy the $10 Hearth and Home candle. And it really has made me feel nice this year, was just treating myself to little things like that. Oh, buying a freaking, what do you call it? The plug-in from Bath & Body Works, the bee one. Something like that. I would never gotten a wallflower before. It's kind of like, you know what? We're going to get us one of those this year, and it's going to be nice. This has been little things like that. And buying some new sheets and just making home feel good. Another little thing I do want to mention that I love this year were the Woodwick wax melts. I just have to throw these in. I love them. I have a lot of them. I love the fragrances that they have, because I think they're more sophisticated fragrances. I need to get some of their candles. I just forget to pick them up while I'm there. Deodorant. Having a nice deodorant that smells good. Not just the basic ass deodorant just because it works. That's something I kind of haven't discovered this year, is really good smelling deodorants. And my favorite right now is the Old Spice Wilderness. Wilderness with lavender. It doesn't really smell like lavender, and it doesn't necessarily smell super masculine either. It has just a sweet perfumey smell, and I think it's very, very unisex, if not a little more floral feminine. I love it. I love it so much. I've also loved, I think, Fiji, and is it the Kraken was the other one left? Wolfthorn, maybe? I like the Old Spice deodorants so much. I think they all smell so, so good. I've enjoyed anything that smells good this year, basically. Just really, really into nice smells because they make me feel good. Another little thing I've liked this year was perfumes. Just putting them on for myself, because whether I'm leaving the house or not, just doing it for me. That's something I've also enjoyed, just the putting it on because you like the way it smells. These are just two I've reached for a lot this year. This is the Elizabeth Arden White Tea. It is Vanilla Orchid. It is just a nice, light, more springtime fragrance. And then the Dolce & Gabbana, the one I really like for more wintry, colder weather. I know, this video probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it was just stuff that has made me feel good this year. And of course, Miss Pumpkin has been one of the best things this year. Spoiling her, spending a lot of time with her. It's been fantastic. Getting to just sit on the couch with my husband and watch TV has been good. Just us watching Schitt's Creek together, just spending time at home together, not going out, not doing anything has been pretty nice, and just doing stuff around the house together. And he's just been very patient with me this year with my anxiety and stuff, and been very nice to me and just comforting, and has tried to help keep me calm. And that's been really much appreciated. I also want to say one of my favorite things of this year has been you guys. having people actually watch my videos and listen to me ramble has been nice, and the friendships I've made on here and the conversations we have in the comments and then in DMs on Instagram and stuff, I feel like I've made like real friends. So some of you, we've gotten really close this year, and I think that's been freaking awesome. As I talked about, like I think in my New Year's Eve makeup tutorial, we talk about how having that little YouTube family is so important, and I feel like this year we've really cultivated one, and that has been so nice. Again, will this video be cohesive? I don't know. We'll see when I go to edit it. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, having a cup of tea or coffee with me, and let me know some of the things that just made you feel good in 2020 in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.